Hi everyone, and welcome back to the shed. So this video will be a bit of a walkthrough and a review, I guess, of the EWM Tetrix 230 ACDC Pulse TIG welder. Just quite a capable little machine, as we can talk about later on. So I guess the first point here is to talk about why this video is being made. So this machine is a very capable TIG welder. It's not just a basic user's machine, and as a result it's got lots of various functions and features that may not be immediately obvious to the user, but with a bit of a walkthrough would definitely pay dividends for the user to find out what the machine's capable of. Looking around online, particularly on YouTube, there's not a lot of information about this machine, particularly that's in English, being that it's a German-made and designed machine. The European market pretty much dominates that space with this machine, so as such the English information is somewhat limited. I guess the other part of it is a review like this, or a walkthrough, will better help me to understand the machine, and hopefully anyone that decides to bear with it and watch this might also get a better understanding of it. EWM is the manufacturer of this machine. They're based in Germany. They're a premium manufacturer of welding technology, with a range that goes from stick welders, MIG welders, TIG welders like this one, and much bigger units as well, of course. And they're a manufacturer that are vertically integrated in the space, so they're the ones designing the machines, they're the ones manufacturing machines, they're the ones selling machines. Realistically, there's lots of ACDC TIG welders out there. This welding machine is one which I feel has a quality point, with a quality aspect to it, which you can't get for a lot of other brands out there, which are manufactured somewhere, rebranded and sold, with the only thing changing between manufacturers being a sticker and the branding on it, and maybe the colour, of course. So EWM, they were one of the first manufacturers to bring inverter-based technology to welding machines back in the 80s. So as far as like a quality point, that is something that might hold a bit of weight. They're obviously innovators and designers, and I think you'll notice as this video goes on, or this video series even, that information, or that experience that this manufacturer has built over the years, results in a high-end and quality product for the operator or the person like me using it. So with that in mind, we might roll into the basics of this machine. So the last few minutes you've been looking at it, but let's zoom in and move around the machine and have a look at what it has to offer the user. So on the front of the machine, you can see a control panel. You've got your usual inlets and outlets as far as the operator's side of the machine goes. So TIG torch socket right here, being a 35 to 50 square millimeter DINS plug. We've got a gas connection, which is used for the gas from the machine's solenoid to the torch, to the welding torch. That is I think a 1/4 inch gas fitting. The positive port here is, when used in TIG welding, of course, is the work return lead, with the negative being the tungsten electrode. And obviously if stick welding, they would be reversed. The other portion on the machine here is a 8-pin control plug, which is used for the trigger latch and the trigger on the TIG torch, of which there's a few different variations that can be used or optioned with this machine. Alright, so turning the machine around, hopefully you can see that alright. We've got the on-off switch pictured in green there, the mains input lead, so this is a single phase machine which runs on Australian 240 volt power. The other end of this, a couple of metres long, terminates in a 15 amp Australian style plug. Gas line is on the rear. It's a bit hard to see, but it is a toolless design, so it's got a big formed hand wheel which you can tighten that gas fitting up. Above that is the 19 pin remote plug, so that's used for the connections of, or connection of a foot pedal, for example, amongst like other things that EWM supply for, that could be used with this machine, which are things like multiple dial like rotary switches for, you know, dialing up amperage or changing pulse settings. The last few plugs is a control socket for the water cooler. This machine doesn't have a water cooler, but these machines can be optioned with one, which is like a standalone unit which bolts underneath the machine. Just clips right in. It's modular and quite easy. This plug here is a connector which is the power for the water cooling unit, so it will draw its power from the machine itself. Alright, we'll turn it back around. Hopefully that's in shot there. Yes, it is. When you get the machine, it's supplied with the machine itself, of course, the power source. The torch that comes with it is an EWM, they call it a GD300 torch. This is a 2-button torch. I've optioned mine up with a stubby gas lens kit, but it comes with a standard 17, 18, 26 series TIG consumables, so the non-gas lens variety. But that being said, very capable torch. We'll probably do a whole video on the functions of this and features of this torch, particularly in regards to the 2-button configuration, details about the trigger latches, and also how the machine controls can change what these buttons do. So obviously you get the power source, you get the torch, there's a work return lead or an earth clamp, gas line included in the package, which for connection back to a gas cylinder. This machine would run on argon generally, or if the job requires argon helium blends. What else? Earth clamp, torch, gas line. There's a regulator included in the box, as well as a stack of documentation. So I guess the crux of these videos will be the discussion of the features of this machine. So the instruction booklet is 60 something pages long. Not to scare anyone off, it's all quite easy to understand once you understand the welding process that you want to use and what your desired outcome is, but there's a bit going on there, so hopefully I can demystify that for other viewers watching this, and hopefully get some useful information out of it. So wrapping this one up, this is just the basic sort of walk around the machine. Next video we might focus on some other features, mainly the control panel, which you can see in front of you, as well as some other things on the machine, foot pedals, torches, advanced features. Rightio, thanks for listening and stay tuned for the next one.